Hello, welcome to the Bearded Horror Review. My name is Dan, aka the Boogey Man, and on this show I'll watch a horror movie, either a classic or a new release. Talk about some good points, talk about some bad points, if there are any of either. Give it a rating out of 10 if I remember to do it, and let you know if I think this film is worth a watch or not, in my humble opinion. And I'm working through Christmas horror films, so some I have seen before, some I have not seen before, and this week I'm going to be talking about one that I have not seen before. Thanks, Izzy. There's my cat. The Mean One. The Mean One. And starring David Howard Thornton, who plays everyone's favourite mime slash clown, Art the Clown. He dressed up as the Grinch. So, yeah. Before we carry on, guys, if you can leave a like and subscribe. It's a little thing for you, but it really helps out the channel. Fight against that YouTube algorithm, especially if you're enjoying these reviews, because I'm always doing them. I'm doing film reviews and stuff, so if you want to see more of them. So, before we get into the film, I will say, spoilers, it's a year old now at this point. It's called The Mean One, if I haven't already said that. I don't know, whatever. I'm going to do spoilers, so if you don't want to know anything about this, I mean, it's a horror film with the Grinch in it. I mean,
folks down in Newville, we liked Christmas a lot. But that thing that lives just north of Newville does not.
But if you don't want to know, here's a spoiler warning. So, The Mean One is a Christmas horror movie about a woman who has some trauma because her mother died after Santa broke into her house and tried to steal some stuff. Or was it Santa? It was the Grinch. And she is now an adult, and she's going back to her hometown where where her mother died. She's going there with her father, and she's going to try and work through her trauma of the day that her mother died. Horror ensues. Straight away, this film is a very low budget kind of B movie. It's based in a town where they don't celebrate Christmas because they're secretly hiding the fact that this green keeps killing people if they do anything Christmassy. And yeah, it's just mean. It's just a So, throughout the film, lots of people get killed because of Christmas related antics, and our main character, who is a stunt double as well as an actress, she has to go girl boss and kill the Grinch. I wasn't expecting high things with this. Last time I talked about Rare Exports, which is an awesome movie, but that had some budget behind it, that had some thought. It was tongue-in-cheek, and this is trying to be funny. It's trying to be a bit silly. It knows what it is. It's a horror movie based on the story of the Grinch, but I don't think they can say the Grinch. There's a bit in it where they keep trying to say the Grinch and someone says Finch over the top of them. It's trying to be just, a bit of fun. And that's where the problem is. I thought this film was boring. I was really just bored. Whatever quality your film is going to be, like whatever budget you've got, they had to do, low budget effects. They've not exactly got the best paid actors in there because they can't afford them. The sets aren't going to be most amazing. The effects aren't going to be the most brilliant thing you've ever seen. And this thing does the one thing that I goddamn hate, which is CGI blood splatters. They look terrible, but you can still be entertaining. You can still entertain people. If your story is fun and your jokes land, you are fun and you're entertaining regardless of the kills or whatever. And it's just not, to me anyway. I almost fell asleep after half an hour, and I remember looking at the time and I went, Jesus, I'm only 30 minutes in. Good God, it felt like a 2.5 hour movie, but it was like an hour and a half long. I get what it is. It's just a bit of dumb fun. That's what it's trying to be. But it doesn't even do that. It isn't dumb fun. The kills are just ridiculously tame and stupid, and it wasn't entertaining to me. I was bored by this, and it's this idea of Newville, not Whoville. Newville just doesn't have Christmas, and it's because the sheriff and the mayor kind of work together to stop people celebrating it. But nobody really believes in the Mean One, but everybody knows that they shouldn't celebrate Christmas. And again, you're contradicting your own logical story. If the whole town was on it, I'd get it. It wasn't good. The stock footage, the direction, it's all mediocre. And I don't care about bad acting or dumb effects or whatever, but it was all just so incohesive, and it just felt bleh. It felt like a dad joke that didn't land. I mean, there was every so often I'd go, yeah. Oh, cool. That little chuckle. That's the most I got out of this. And it just felt, boring. And that's the worst thing you can be. Honestly, when I went to research this film and looked it up, it's got a 1 out of 5 on IMDb, which totally makes sense. The only reason that people know about this film is because of David Howard Thornton playing the Grinch character. And he brings his level of physicality to the role. He tries to do the whole Grinch stuff. Well, he does his best impression of Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Time to roast this beast.
It's just not anything. It could have been a lot better. It could have been good. But, you know, it goes into that category of extremely boring, mediocre horror films that are based on an IP. It's just nothing. Yeah, it's dull. I definitely do not want to watch this again. Unfortunately, you know, the one thing about it, there was 2 actors in it. The main woman, like, she's a stunt double and stuff, and like, I could tell she was having a good time and she was trying to show her acting chops, but she doesn't really have many. But you know, she was what the highlight of it. And then there's an old man character that everyone called Doc. He was a bit of fun, but other than that, it's just meh. It felt like it was. Have you ever watched a Hallmark movie? And the way they're shot, they kind of look like they've been made for TV. This is what this felt like. And I was just really bored throughout the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's the worst thing you can be when it comes to one of these B movies and stuff. You could just be boring. The whole point is you're just there to entertain, and it just didn't do it. So yeah, it's a 3 out of 10 for me. Like I said, because some of it I did chuckle a couple of times, and it was just like I give it a slight break because of the budget. And David Howard Thornton he's great in his physicality as always, and he does some cool stuff with his physicality, but that can't save this film. But yeah, have you guys seen The Mean One? What did you think about it? Down below. If you've got any Christmas horror films that you want me to check out, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All my links are down below for my social media and my Patreon if you want to come follow me over on my Instagram, so you can see what's coming up and some more news and stuff. I drop news on there every so often in regards to horror films. Yeah, Izzy, I'm almost done. Bloody demanding. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And until the next time, happy watching.